All right, this is some help with the constructed response 5.09. Oh, I think it's 5.10 actually. 5.10. Okay, so the constructed response, remember you do have to show your work. So what I've done is I have a very, very similar problem. In fact, I've used the same table, but I've changed the words. So make sure you read the problem carefully and you'll work it very similar. So we've got a tourist bus. And they were asked about places they visited during their stay in the city. The results are shown in the table. So the first one, they give you those that visited the zoo, those that did not visit the zoo, and those that visited the museum and did not visit the museum. And you're not giving any totals. So the first thing I would do is do your totals here. So if you total 9 plus 14, you get 23. 5 plus 2 is 7. 9 and 5 is 14, 14 and 2 is 16, and then notice my total across and down both equal 30. So that will help you as you do the problem. And then they say, what is the probability that a randomly selected tourist visited the zoo given that the tourist did not visit the museum? So remember, this is our conditional probability. Here's your formula. So when we have conditional probability, this given that, then we're going to change our denominator. So let's take a look. If we use our formula, we've got those that visited the zoo. Given that, this little line is given that they did not visit the museum. So the formula, we're going to look at the intersection of those that visited the zoo and did not visit the museum. And then we're going to divide that, instead of by the total, we're going to divide it by the total that did not visit the museum. Okay, so our denominator changes from 5.09. So let's take a look. If we look at the intersection of those that visited the zoo and did not visit the museum, that's going to be this total did not visit the museum and visited the zoo right here. Okay, did not visited. Then our total is going to be those that did not visit the museum. So that total is right here. So when we divide 14 by 16, we get 0.875. They said round it as a percent, give it as a percent to the nearest tenth. So when you do that, you're going to move your decimal 2 places to the right, and then it's already 1 decimal, so 87.5% is the percentage. The second one is very similar. They give you a table, and then they ask you to round as a percentage to the 10th. And so this one, I've changed up what they're asking, so make sure you look at what they're asking. What is the probability that a person watched the film, given that the person did not visit the gift shop? All right, so this one did give you the totals, so you've got everything you need. Here is the formula for conditional probability. So we want to look at the outcome of those that watched the film, given that they did not watch the gift shop. So our formula would be, this is how we'd write it in conditional probability. So our numerator is going to be those that watched the film, okay, the first part, and did not visit the gift shop. So watched the film, did not visit the gift shop. That's this number right here, 0.13. Our denominator is going to be the given than part. So did not visit the gift shop. So that total did not visit the gift shop is this column. So here's the total, 0.54. When you divide 0.13 by 0.54, you get 0.2407. Move the decimal 2 places to the right. This is greater than 5 or greater, right? So we're going to bump that up to 1. So 24.1 would be the answer here. Make sure to show all your work.